Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wemimo Bolo Paniro, and you are listening to us from Duke TV. I'm very excited today because we have amazing guests with us. Join me in welcoming Honorable Segun Olulade, popularly known as Elenio.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here at Duke TV.
And we also have here with us the CEO of Duke TV himself.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here too, and much more excited to have in our midst a personality no other than the Eleni himself, Honorable Segun Olulade. I don't know if I have to introduce you or if I have to allow you to speak about yourself, but I can just, put to our knowledge that of recent, our brother here was appointed by the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, as an executive director, Galaxy Backbone. Abuja is a digital-based organization based in Abuja, and he's here today in Duke TV to share some opinions with us about the situation in the country and the relationship of his office and our teaming youth. To start with, I would just like to ask Honorable Segun Olulade, can we meet you, sir?
Well, my name is Honorable Segun Olulade, like you have rightly said. I'm popularly known as Elenio. I'm a politician, a two-time member of Lagos State House of Assembly. I'm currently being appointed as the ED, Customer Centricity and Marketing of Galaxy Backbone. Galaxy Backbone is the backbone of our information technology in Nigeria, and is an agency or a limited company fully owned by the federal government of Nigeria, and we are to provide connectivities of all platforms of information technology in Nigeria as a whole. We are the ones providing the strong and high-speed infrastructure in technological base in Nigeria. So we have a major role to play. Recently, you will see that we have what we call the 774 projects, where we're trying to connect all the 774 local governments in Nigeria on the internet and for connectivity base. We are also looking at all our universities, all federal universities, all federal hospitals, apart from MDAs and the institutions that we are handling. So it's a major job that is going to bring us, and anything on ICT, anything on internet, on the infrastructure, we are the one that is the backbone for it as far as this country is concerned. And it's a limited company fully owned by the federal government of Nigeria.
Permit me to congratulate you on your new appointment, sir.
Thank you.
It's just one question that keeps popping into my head, because I know that a lot of government officials or a lot of adults think that whenever they see these technological gadgets with youth, they feel like, oh, we are into one sort of illegal or immoral act. And it amazes me that the government is actually interested in information technology in such a way. So I want to ask, what do you think about people that believes that, oh, technology is one of the cause or reason why youth has gone into moral, or why the country has gone into moral decadence like the way it is today?
Unfortunately, we promoted what we need not to promote as a country, and that's the yahoo thing, that everybody just believe that if you are into information technology, you must be engaging in something negative. But this government is concerned about looking at the positivity of it, and that is why you see when our president, during his campaign, when he went to Edo State, he was saying something like, we're going to turn it around. And that is one of the major thing that Galaxy Backbone will be doing. We're going to provide that network, that infrastructure, data center that will continue to enhance our information technology in the country and ensure that our youth are more engaged in it more than ever in a positive way. We talk about any e-platform, any digital platform, it is Galaxy Backbone that is behind it. And with this, we would be functioning and we'll be engaging the youth more than ever. All our data centers, we're bringing in the people, the youth, to occupy it. You will understand that even our minister, the Honorable Minister on Digital Economy, Mr. Bosun Tijani, is somebody who is passionate about the youth. He's connected with the youth, and he understands the feelings of the youth. He's been there before. He has raised so many youth in that line. For me and other members of the team at Galaxy Backbone, we are ready to work closely with him to deliver the renewed hope agenda on infrastructure, on ICT and digital economy.
Wow. He's so glad to see that the government of Nigeria is actually behind youth and they are trying all their best to bring out the best in us. Another question I would love to ask you, sir, is so with all, I know you're just appointed and then you have plans for the organization, right? Is there any way that you think that youth can, because we have youths that will be watching this, is there any way you think that youth can engage, give their support to actually see that the goals that you have or the visions that you have for your tenure as the director is fruitful and easy? Is there any contribution that you think we can give? I am also a youth, that I can give, anyone can give to assist to make your tenure an easy one.
Well, we have already started something in Galaxy Backbone. Like I said, we are involved in all the ICT personnel in all our ministry, institutions, and agencies across the country. And I can assure you that majority of the people who are engaged in that are youths. And we have a lot of staff across the country. You see some of them laying all the cables all around. These are youth that have been engaged. And then we also are the ones that are storing all the data. If you are talking about NIN, all these e-platform, all the electronic platform that you see, the digital aspect, it is Galaxy Backbone that is behind it. And we are still in the verge of training more youth to get involved in you see, the world is becoming more technologically advanced than ever before. So we want to make everything easy. Today, I was somewhere and they were talking about you can get your passport in 2-3 days. Now, all over the world, even in UK, people are now getting their passport, Nigerian passport, within 2 days or 3 days. And there are testimonies to that. Why? Because there is a digital aspect of it that is making it easy. So the same thing applies to so many other things. We want a situation that if you are a student, no matter where you are, Backbone is going to collect all the university so that we can easily get your profile at every given time as a student of whichever school you belong. If you are a patient of any hospital across the country, we can sit down with us and we can just put your name on and all informations can pop up because we're trying to unify all our data. We are providing that infrastructure that will make it seamless for anybody's information to be out there and we can easily. So, and those who are behind this are mainly youths. So our collaboration with the young people is about 95% within the system.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to push this question to my CEO. Yes, so I wanted to ask, now you've heard what Honorable Segun said, and I know that you are very excited about the initiative and seeing that he is the one spearheading it. Is there anything that you're excited about or any collaboration that you feel like can also help him?
Thank you very much. Just like you, I'm equally very excited. And some of the things he has even shared with us here this afternoon, why I have confidence in it is that I recall that the Honorable Minister for Communication, Honorable Bosun, is actually representing the youth in this government.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. He came into government on the platform of the youth.
Yeah.
So I expect that he will do his best to ensure that the youths are not shortchanged in this dispensation. So that much I know. I can't speak for the organization. He is the member of the, so I can only follow up with your questions and ask him that, much as I've listened to him, there is sharp youth unemployment in the country. To me, it's not as if there are no jobs to do, but it's because we have left so many things undone. And now that we are getting eye-opened about things that make the world today, especially ICT, digital, whatever, all that, I want to ask him, representing this organization, what, percentage of job increase do we look up to for the youths?
Well, like I've said, we will be opening up other data centers, and we will also be training a lot of youths across the country in information technology. And we will ensure that they think beyond, we're going to think outside the box. We're looking at even of recent, for instance, people were talking about film, the entertainment industry. And one of the film that was released was seeing that people were sending link for people to watch it. Now, with Galaxy Backbone, we can do something that will not allow it to be so. The last election, a lot of people want to act the INEC portal. That couldn't be possible because of Galaxy Backbone, because of our collaboration with INEC. So we have a lot of work to do in that aspect, and the youth are the major driver of these projects that we are talking about. The youth, if you see those who are behind some of these projects that I'm talking about now, you see that they are majorly young people who are vast in technology and who are ready to contribute their quota and address the issue of insecurity in the country. I mean, the opportunities are too enormous. So for me, we just need to have those youth, the best brain, and those who are ready, instead of putting their energy in the negative aspect of doing Yahoo Yahoo. They should come into the ICT to bring out, develop softwares that worldwide there are people who develop all these applications that we're using today. So Nigerians have that capacity if given that opportunity to do so. And at Galaxy Backbone, we will be encouraging the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, headed by Dr. Bosun Tijani. I can assure you that the man is doing everything possible to ensure that many youths are involved. You see, there is a program also going on that they are training young people across the country.
And they're even paying them.
And paying them, giving them stipend. Yes, so that ministry is ministry for the youth. And I can assure you that
if it can be rechristened.
Exactly. So the youth are going to be the one benefiting massively with the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. And Galaxy Backbone will be giving the needed support in all our technological infrastructure.
Thank you very much, Honorable Segun Olulade.
Pleasure.
Good to hear all this. I know time is not on our side, Today is Saturday, and we all have other engagements. But before you run away, let me digress a bit beyond the issue of communication and all that. The current economic situation in the country. I would be right to say you are a stakeholder in this government. We are all stakeholders, but it has a hierarchy. So you are a stakeholder. And a lot of us, some of us quite understand what the government is trying to do. But you will agree with me that millions of people out there, the language they understand is something that can be put on their table. How do we relate this with the intention of government having taken certain measures that appear to be creating so much hardship, inflation, high cost of things, transportation and all that. So how do we balance it up? Because government must do what they are trying to do to reverse the errors of the past. Some of us are enlightened enough to understand that. But the hungry man on the streets is not likely to. So how do we, how do we explain this to people? How do we assure them?
Well,
what's your advice to them and the government?
Well, sincerely, we all know that the country is facing a lot of economic challenges, and it's not just peculiar to Nigeria. It's quite unfortunate. It's a global issue, but the impact here is heavy because of the backlog of corruption that has happened in the past. And we all know before Mr. President came on board, and everybody has been saying that whosoever is taking over from our former president, Muhammadu Buhari, is going to face a lot of challenges because there's nothing on ground. People keep talking about why did they have to stop subsidy from day one. If he didn't stop subsidy, what is he going to use? You see, subsidy. A situation where money are being printed just to support whatever thing that is going on, then you understand that there's nothing on ground again. And him having that kind of information, the information that Mr. President has, it's not everybody on the street of Nigeria that also have such information. So he stopped it. He floated the naira. Yes, some people take advantage of that. Undue advantage to sabotage the system. But today, Mr. President is addressing it one after the other. You can see that even the way the thing was rising before, it has started coming down back. And I can assure you that if all things being equal, those scapegoats, if they have been penalized,
the culprits,
if
they have been made
scapegoats, you will realize that a lot of things will be better off for Nigerians. It's unfortunate, and I want to just appeal to Nigerians that please let us give this man a chance. Like he said a few days ago, in 9 months, we want the man to perform a magic. In 9 months, Labour Congress have become an anti-people instead of being pro-people by declaring strike 4 times within 9 months for a new government that just came on board. We should give the man an opportunity to and his first budget was just being passed this year. So we are in March now. So let us give him this opportunity to deliver on his promises. But when we continue to destroy the system, we know we have a lot of sabotage. In the oil industry, we are having oil theft. In the CBN, a lot of both physical and monetary stuff are being affected. Our security structures are also being affected. We thank God that all these shots about kidnapping, killings, and banditry
subsiding.
Gradually coming down because they are addressing the issue. So once security is being taken care of and the The financial institution is also being looked into, and the agricultural sector is also being. You can see that the food security is something that this government is so particular about and is working tirelessly. And I also want to call on the sub nations, the states and the local governments, to those who are in charge, to please support this government. Don't let us continue to play politics with the lives of our people. Nigerians deserve the best. We have the opportunity of having somebody who is courageous enough, who is bold, who have great ideas, who have policies that could transform the country for the better. So let us just join hands with him and support him to provide us with.
Permit me to interject, Honorable. Talking about the states and the local government supporting this government, I want you to look at the issue of increased allocation deriving from stoppage to, what's it called, subsidy.
Subsidy, yeah.
Would you honestly say that the state and the local government, they are doing enough to justify the increment of allocation?
Unfortunately, we just have few states that have been doing that. You can't. Nobody can deny what Borno State is doing. Nobody can deny what Lagos State is doing. Nobody can deny what Yobe State is doing. You can see their activities. You can see that they are ready to combat it and ensure that Nigerians have a succor in the area of food security, in the area of insecurity. For them to justify that increase of their revenue, of their incomes, the fact majority of them are having 100%, 200%, 300% increase. But a lot of them that are having this increase, we are not seeing it happening. Those, especially those at the grassroots, the local government, we are not seeing their impact. They are not thinking, they just collect the money. And like Senator Dume said about 2 days, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. When he was on here, he said something like, every time they collect FAC, you just see that the dollar will increase. Why? Because they are taking the money to the Bureau de Change to convert it to dollar and keep it. So mopping up dollars it's affecting the economy. And that is one of the things that I see that as at yesterday, over 4,000 BDS their licenses have been withdrawn. With that, you will see a lot of, and you cannot just transfer money the way you used to transfer. People just pulling out those dollars.
Some people have the opinion that this government, some people expect that our prisons should be filled up by now. In terms of
well, it's unfortunate that when we look at it that way also, where is the infrastructure, the prison infrastructure that could be ready to accommodate such? Are we going to release the hardened criminals for them to accommodate everybody?
The new ones.
So they still need a new one, and I can trust the Minister of Interior that is going to look into that. And we are the information, communication and digital economy. We're going to be working closely with them to give the helping hand that they desire in the security, internal security of this country. So for me, I think quite unfortunate we are facing this thing, and some people are still trying to destroy the economy and work with the enemies of the country.
Can you speak for the political will of the president?
I am very, very sure. I can guarantee you that Mr. President is not a coward. He's bold, he's courageous, and he will deliver on everything that he has said. He has a political will, and that is why he's pushing even all the ministers and the MDAs and all his appointees to deliver on their promises. And you can see that he even have a special advisor that is monitoring everybody, be you a minister or even an agency or an institution. Monitoring
their performances.
Yes, monitoring everyone's performances. You will see we are seeing a different government in place. Yes, we can come from the same political party, but yet it's a different individual, it's a different leadership, and it's a different government that is in place. I can assure you that Nigerians will start smiling very soon.
Okay. So before we round up, I want to take you back to a statement you made earlier in this discussion. You referred to the NLC as being anti-people.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes, I did.
Now, some people will argue that they are actually acting for the people. So how do we justify describing them as anti-people?
Well, if you say they are not anti-people, how can they justify going on strike when people are hungry? If we say
An already vulnerable,
a vulnerable society, I agree with them if they protest. It's
Yes.
their fundamental human rights. But when we say don't work, stay at home, are we calling for manners? Are we saying that the food will fly from nowhere and come to the... If you are blocking the road and say nobody should pass, if Nopeng will not function, if
and carry fuel.
if the transport people will not work just because they have declared strike, if banks will not function, those who are in the hospital, how would they buy drugs? How would they do the needful?
How would they survive?
How would they survive? So for me, I think when you are using tools to call on government, strike should be the last thing to use. They have even messed up that very important tool by going 4 times in 9 months on strike. It shows that you don't even know what you are doing. So that should be the last resort. So if it is not politically motivated, and that is why you see Mr. President saying, if you want to do politics, wait till 2027. Let us lead the people. Let us serve the people that gave us the mandate to lead them.
And he said, otherwise, maintain peace.
Well, otherwise, maintain peace. So let us maintain peace. Let us see how this government, if you have any input, if you genuinely love the people, if the government is doing something that is not right, you provide your own solution. You provide your own suggestions. If that is not done, definitely.
And that reminds me, this government has actually given NLC a lot of access to the villa.
Yes, the government is ready. It's operating an open door policy that gave them an opportunity to come in and discuss on several issues. And you cannot expect the man to do abracadabra and provide money that is not there. So they must work. If you don't work, you can't eat. That is what the Bible says. So, yeah. And so if there is no work, if you are keeping people at home, if you are telling them that they should not, the electricity people should go on strike, those who are in the bank should go on strike, those who are in the hospital should go on strike, the teachers should go on strike, then you have already paralyzed the system. You are already anti-people. In the struggles in those days, when we are doing Aluta, we consider something we call CCC, consultation, consolidation, and confrontation. So you must have consulted.
Confrontation is the last resort.
It's the last resort. You must have consulted, you must have consolidated on your consultation. If all the first didn't work, that's when you can now say, okay, you want to do confrontation. And even in doing confrontation, you don't really need to go on strike. There was a peaceful protest that went on these few days ago. People went on the street, other people were walking.
And their opinion were made known.
And the opinions were well known, and everybody were able to agree to some of the opinions they suggested. That is how to go about it, not going on strike. And we already know that this particular leader of NSC, they have declared for a political party in this country, Labour Party. They've supported a campaign for him, for Peter Obi. That alone does not give you that moral right for some things.
Because the bias is...
You are already biased. And that's why Mr. President can say, okay, you wait till 2027. I've defeated you in 2023. If you want to play politics, come back in 2027. 2023 have gone. Let us do our deliver on our programs to Nigerians. If you really love the Nigerian people, you don't have to go on strike every time.
As a roundup, but because she will handle the ending aspect. So, we spoke initially about digital
Economy
ICT,
and so on.
Now we're talking about politics. I want us to round up relating these politics or policies of government, the economy. I want us to round up by relating it to the youth.
Well, the youth have a role to play, and the majority of the youth, Nigerian youth, are not playing that role now. Yes, you can criticize the government, but make it constructive. Bullying people on social media should be a thing of the past.
Casting allegations that cannot be defended.
Thank you, that cannot be defended. And if Labour is asking for 1 million naira as minimum wage, you should know that there is something fundamentally wrong somewhere. As minimum wage,
1 million naira.
1 million naira minimum wage, demanding for that is not realistic. So let us even be smart in our requests with government. Nigerian youth should be ready to support their government. Nigerian youth should be patriotic enough, not just bullying people on social media, not going there to destroy the government or to destroy the image of our country. We don't have any other country that we can call our own. Some people can say they have their own country, but we have a Nigeria to protect. We have a Nigeria to project. We have a Nigeria to be patriotic about, and that country is ours. So all Nigerian youth should please support this government. You all have a role in agriculture, in ICT, in entertainment industry, in sports, in educational sector. Nigerian youth,
music,
that's entertainment.
Yes.
Nigerian youth have a lot of role to play, and this government is giving the youth the opportunity to play those roles. You can see that this one government that is focusing mainly on the youth. Even in Galaxy Backbone, you will discover that we have a lot of young people who are contributing immensely to the development of digital economy and ICT in this country. So for me, and communication, for me, I think Nigerian youth should be happy and support this government.
Thank you very much, sir.
My
We're
pleasure.
so happy to have you, and you were so successful as describing the fact that, or making us know that the government have our best interests at heart. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. That will be all on Duke TV today, covering Lagos and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we hope that when else we call on Olulade, you will oblige us.
Very, very well. I will, and by then I will have been more equipped in my responsibilities
To face our panel.
to face the panel.
Thank
Thank
very
you,
much.
Thank
God
you very
bless
much,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.